Commissioner of Sports and the General Secretary of the National Council of Sports, who are our top dignitaries today. I welcome and greet you all in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Today is a very special day, a day that marks a new chapter in the history of woodball in the country. I'm deeply humbled by the trust you have placed in me. I've been asked many times over the last month, since I was elected into office, what does your election mean? Here is what I think it means. It means passion, commitment, and integrity in sports administration. I don't trust in the leadership of lip service. I have never desired even to be president of Uganda Football Federation, just for the sake of it. What inspired me to stand as the president of football was my strong desire to safeguard the young sport that I had introduced in Uganda and the African continent from scavengers. Because the scavengers, they look for personal gains. For younger sport, what do you gain? Over the years, my leadership in football has registered a number of achievements, and these include I pioneered the introduction of the sport on the African continent into Africa. I was appointed Vice President of the International Football Federation in charge of Africa, and I was elected President of Uganda Woodball Federation. I won the franchise to manufacture woodball. I mean, Uganda won the franchise to manufacture woodball equipment for Africa. I ensured woodball was accredited as an official and private sport of government, thanks to the Ministry of Education and Sports through the National Council of Sports. I attracted the key partners like to bring the Uganda government on board, the Chinese government, key corporates, universities, ISPAU, Bank of Uganda, Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, National Council for NCPM, Uganda Secondary School Association, and Uganda's Primary Schools Association, to mention but a few. Of course, the entire corporate world in Uganda, I don't think there is a sport popularly played by corporates in Uganda like woodball. I have improved the brand of the sport. Woodball has a state-of-the-art offices and secretariat where you are seated. These offices have made woodball a model sport in Uganda, in East Africa, in Africa, and global. What we do here is admired across the region, even globally. There is no delegation we have not received from South Africa, from Europe, from America, to come and see what happens. Dear chief guests and the representative of the ministry, before you go, you have the tour to see what makes us proud as the Uganda Football Federation. Woodball manufactures its own equipment for Uganda and African market. We have a franchise as Uganda to manufacture woodball for African continent. And when I see my bosses here, I even get more inspired, because what we produce now is like a grade 3 type of equipment. But with the recent donation from the Chinese government, we got this equipment still lying idle in Ndege, not unutilized because we are lacking space where to locate this equipment, and also as a logistical support to set up a proper plant to manufacture equipment. Remember, imagine we have the market of Africa, but our production capacity cannot even satisfy Ugandan needs. And I see many factories and industries being set up, even when you are not sure whether the market is available. Ours, the market is in abeyance. We just need government to give us support so that we can produce. The machines are already here. We just need to produce equipment which matches the quality of international standard. And Africa is yearning for this equipment. We are seated on a gold mine. I'm very proud to say this before my bosses. The game has been embraced by key personalities in this country. His Excellency the President, you have seen him play woodball. And he has also visited our mini factory in Ndege. The First Lady has visited the factory and she has also played woodball. I don't know if there are many sports where the First Lady has participated. The Minister, of course, as a Minister of Education and Sports, we've seen the Speaker of Parliament, the Vice President of Uganda, the state ministers, everybody has been here. The Chinese ambassador has been here on woodball occasions for 7 different events. Chinese ambassador, the Japanese ambassador has visited us. Whoever here matters in this country, we have invited. There is a strong media publicity and promotion. I want to tell you that the woodball is a clear game. We have the space. Thank you very much. The media fraternity. Our woodball teams have made a huge impact on the international scene. 8 World Cups. Yet we are, again, still in our infancy. I was offered the mandate to spread woodball on the African continent as a vice president in charge of Africa. There is inclusive history, and this is a sport for all. It doesn't matter whether you have one leg, one arm, whether you are young, you cannot participate. So this is a sport which can promote teamwork activity for government agencies, NGOs, ministries. This is the sport. We have attained 2nd and 3rd in the world rankings, launched the setup of a woodball manufacturing plant, which I will mention, and we have set up a grants and research unit to have woodball as a rehabilitation tool. I think here, Gilbert is hearing very much, because he has always been asking me, where is the entry point for the ministry? I think this is a key entry point. And why are we doing this? Because we have a good pool. You know, woodball started from universities. I myself, all my life, I've worked in universities. I'm one of the key researchers in this country and global. So I must practice what I know most. So we are into research, teaching woodball, to see how it can help people solve these illnesses, including mental disorders, because many people also they are mad people. So we needed a tool to help communities and to reduce the madness. And this is woodball. So throughout my previous terms of office, there have been efforts to roll out a number of key strategic prospects. The majority of these have moved off the ground and are in critical phases of implementation. As I stand before you, allow me to emphasize that the only personal satisfaction I will get for the years of personal sacrifice in the sport I cherish is seeing through the completion of these strategic prospects. So as I embark on my latest assignment to consolidate what has been achieved over the years, my executive will give everything to accomplish these prospects, including one, the construction of a multi-complex woodball development project. This is a project which His Excellency has ably appraised, and he has given a pledge to see that we set up this multi-complex development project. Remember that Uganda is the pioneer country, and it is the woodball hub for Africa. In the corner where you see, that is the headquarters, the Secretariat of the Africa Woodball Federation. It is just being hosted in a corner. So we need a good location where we can shine as a country that has been endowed, has been trusted to lead the sport in Africa. We need to establish a standard woodball course. We are implementing a diversified revenue strategy as a sustainability mission, because apparently the funds we get from government cannot run our annual activity. And what makes it worse is the new statutory instrument of government which compelled national federations like woodball to run woodball on a regional basis. It means that the small budget we used to get to run woodball centrally cannot manage to run the budget annually. So we need a diversification strategy, but also we need the government to consider increase our budget. We need to increase production of woodball equipment, but also of international standard. We are in the process to set up our endowment and investment unit as a income diversification strategy, but also as a sustainability mission. We need to grow in key partnership, but also sustain the apparent partners like ISPAU, like Coral Coating, like Nambole, like the many corporates, universities, and so on. We are going to establish an archive center which will incorporate our Hall of Fame as a non-transferable heritage. And this is very, very important. So that when you visit the Federation, it is like a home away. You can see this archive. I return to the President's confident and optimistic that we are at the start of a thrilling new era of success. The tide of change is sweeping the country through the new Sports Act, and woodball has the chance to seize this opportunity like never before. Of course, we must be honest about the challenges we face. Whereas my executive is determined to accomplish the mentioned prospects and register impressive results in our next term of office, our overall performance will also depend on how the executive navigates its way past the challenges that are waged. The challenges include the marginalization of woodball sport, because the public thinks that when the sport is young, it's not as attractive as the traditional sports. The inadequacy in funding, I really emphasize this. The hooliganism among the players, the gambling, the misuse of social media platforms and bad peer influence, inadequate training, knowledge, and skills. And our stakeholders narrow focus about the sport. While they look many, they will be defeated and extinguished by this new executive. We will find the solutions to each of these challenges. Over the years, I have been tested and challenged, and I've learned a lot along the way. My re-election is a mandate to completely and immediately restore the integrity, competence of the woodball sport. Its mandate to make woodball a sport for everyone, and that we are going to achieve. And that we are going to achieve. I thank you very much, Madam